All right, I've stood before you in previous weeks and been very complimentary of some of the things I've seen from Caleb Williams. Not just told you about it, but showed you as well, because I think that's the best way to kind of paint a picture, is to actually not be constantly talking, but letting you watch the film as well. Today, I'm going to show you more of a teaching tape with Caleb Williams and kind of describe some of the things that I think that were wrong in the game against the Minnesota Vikings, and things that he can work on, things I'm not really down about. He's a rookie. These things are all things that I think he can improve, but just a little context as well. This is a really difficult assignment to go on the road inside the US Bank Stadium. It's a hostile environment. This is the second time a rookie quarterback has faced a Brian Flores defense. Brian's as exotic a defensive play caller as there is in the league. So this is quite a challenge, and not to mention that you're starting a rookie left tackle in that environment as well. That puts a little extra pressure on Caleb Williams. Last time he faced the Minnesota Vikings and this Brian Flores defense, I thought he played pretty damn well. I think he threw for close to 340 yards and a couple of touchdowns. So knew this was going to be a more difficult assignment, and I think coming into this game, what Brian Flores was going to try to do, not only show him different looks, but also try to speed him up a little bit and get him a little bit out of sync. And I think by some of the things I'll show you, I think you'll be able to come to that conclusion as well. I think all the plays I'm showing you, at least at the very beginning, are from the first half. I believe these are all third down plays as well, so they're money plays. But just, again, a kind of a teaching tape and show you where Caleb is at right now and where he can kind of get a little bit better. I believe this is the first drive of the game, and this is just real quick. When you face a defense like this, just see it and throw it, okay? Take your layups and get the ball in the hands of your playmakers and just let them make plays. This is a really simple play. You got man, basically man cover. Maybe I don't even know. Maybe they're coming up. They read this screen right here. These are the defensive players. It happens so quick, it's hard to tell exactly what the coverage is. But right here, just throw it to DJ. Now, this is Van Ginkel, very fast, very athletic defender, but that's why Cole Kmet is right here to seal him. So just pitch it and let DJ go. The last thing you want to do is have a negative play or find yourself being sacked or taking risk with the football. Just give it to DJ and let the play happen. Caleb tries to do a little bit too much. I think this, like I said, this is the first third down of the game. You really get nothing out of it, and you went for it on fourth down, and obviously were stopped. So I guess the message here is just get into the flow of the game early, and let your players make plays. This is another example, I believe, of not really recognizing things fast enough or processing things. We're going to use motion, as I've said in the past, to try and determine what kind of coverage we're in. So this is DJ, I believe. He's going to come in motion this way. Okay, we're going to stop. What have we seen? We've really seen nobody cross the boundary. So what we have is we got zone. So if you're Caleb, you look left, and I'm going to show you the behind-the-scene view of this as well. Now you've got one receiver. That's Keenan Allen. Count the defenders over here. And again, it's a zone. I got a linebacker here. I got a corner here. I got a safety here. Or at the very least, it's a nickel corner and a nickel corner. You know what I'm saying. There's three defenders back there. So what I'm looking at right now is I got one receiver on that side against the zone defense. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to trash the left side. I'm going to come over to the right. That's how I'm going to read this as a progression. I think what you'll see is he stays locked into this right here. There's really nowhere to throw this. And again, you've got a 3-on-1 defensive advantage here. I wish he would have looked to his right and gone off that look and come back to the right a little bit faster. And here's your look here. You get a clear out route right there with Cole Kmet. And this is Rome Odunze. I prefer this route even versus DJ right here. You could try to sneak it in here, but I think that's a little risky. I just think immediately what you see is you read the defense on the backside, you come over to the strong side, and then you know what's going to happen is he's going to find the pass rush, and pass rush is going to find him. We throw it out of bounds. Let's look at it from behind, and I think you'll get a better understanding of what I'm trying to say. At this point, again, with the motion, you'll see DJ come into the backfield. Right now, nobody's crossing the formation. So what I got right now is I got a zone, and as I told you before the ball was snapped, I got Keenan Allen on this side of the field with three Viking defenders. Watch how long Caleb continues to look in this direction. And then from this side of the screen, you'll see Rome come open over here and find a hole where it's less cluttered defensively. Look at him, look at him, look at him. Come now right here. At this point, the play's dead because he didn't come off of what he was looking at on the left, where he could have thrown this to Rome right away. This ends up being a negative play. It's not a sack, but the ball's thrown away. We'll go back and show that to you real quick again from behind. And again, watch how long he pats the ball and watch how long he stays locked in on the left side of this. 1, 2, 3, right there. Like, again, that's just another example of Brian Flores showing you something probably this time that you didn't see when you met them several weeks ago. And just a bit of teaching tape for Caleb. When you look left, and your first thought is Keenan Allen. Well, if Keenan's trying to find a hole amongst 3 defenders, maybe the best thing we should do is go to the other side. And that's just kind of going through your progressions a little bit faster. Again, this is not a felony, all right? This is a misdemeanor in terms of football crimes. But I'm just showing you things. And this is the reason why I think all of these snaps and all of these plays are very helpful for Caleb. Let's go to the next play. He almost throws a pick in this play. You probably remember this play in the game. There's really nobody open. And sometimes that happens. The defense is going to win. They get paid on Wednesdays as well. But this is just another third down play, and you watch it develop. Okay, what I want you to do is keep an eye here. I want to keep an eye on this defender right here. That's Harrison Smith. He's been in the league for about 400 years. He's as good and as talented and as smart as there is in the league, and he's just going to be a robber right here. Watch how he just kind of plays center field, and you just don't want to force this. This is not open. I believe this is Rome. And look at this. Like, when you see this, and I'll show it to you from behind as well, Caleb just tries to throw a rocket shot right through here and throw it into a spot that really isn't open. Now, again, asking a lot of the young man, but maybe this is your decision. What he did really well against the Vikings the first time these two teams met was it was 1, 2, 3, I don't see it, I'm going to tuck and run. I think what the Vikings did was they put a spy on him a little bit more frequently this time than they did last time, and you'll see this from behind. But again, like, this is asking a lot of any quarterback, much less a young quarterback. Either tuck it and run it, or even real quick, just, pitch it to Travis Homer right there and play a little Patrick Mahomes ball. But you'll see it's a risky throw. It's one I wouldn't advise Caleb to make. Even on third down, you're on your side of the field as well. You look at it from behind here as you'll see the play develop. Okay, once again, here's Harrison Smith, a very talented, very smart player. He's going to come in here, and he's just available to be a robber and to help out on any routes. You're going to see Rome come into the screen here. You're going to see a double team, and you're going to see a bad decision by a young quarterback right there. Now, again, can he evade 51? I don't know. Caleb has done a very nice job of evading the rush quite a bit this year. That's asking a lot. The last thing you can do is throw that ball into this spot. Again, maybe you flip it to Travis Homer. I get it. What I'm asking for is a miracle if, in fact, we're going to turn this into a positive play. But what I'm demanding is you don't turn the ball over, especially in your part of the field. So I would have preferred to see him actually either eat it or just tuck it and try to run it and get as much as he could. Again, it's just another example of a play where I think Caleb needs to be a little bit quicker with his processing. Let's talk about some ball placement here. This was a second half. Again, I thought after the first half, for the third consecutive week, there was no real progress on offense. They scored 0 points. They did have better than 100 yards, which is a huge improvement over the 4 yards they were able to gain in the first half of the game against the 49ers, but really didn't get anything going, and I think some of that staleness transferred over early into the second half. This is again, as you watch it, I'm not really thrilled about his footwork here, and I think, as I said, Flores sped him up a little bit or accelerated what he was trying to do, and I think he lost a little bit of his fundamentals, and this is an easy read. Set your feet. Set your feet. Here's your target right here. This is Keenan Allen. A little pitch and catch. You got zone out here. You got zone to the flat. It's going to open right there. And Keenan is not going to come flying this way. Why would you come flying that way? Because it's not man coverage. You're going to sit that thing down because it's zone coverage. And Caleb just, again, will show you. We'll move it back a little bit. He throws you a dart, and you just can't. You can't do that. We'll show it to you from behind as well. And watch his footwork. He gets a little sloppy with the footwork, and there's definitely a throwing window. Look at that. He's hopping right now. And right here you got a window, and he throws the ball with heat and this is the spot where the ball should have gone. So accuracy was a bit of an issue in this game as well. And finally, I will show you a play. This has got to be hit. I'm not sure why hitting this hole shot has been so difficult for him over the course of the entire season. His downfield accuracy has not been as good as I have witnessed it being when he was at USC. It's something I think he can work on in the offseason, but he has a tendency to throw that hole shot really hard with no arch. So what we're going to have here is a really good design play. You're going to get a clear out here with Cole Kmet, okay? You're going to get Keenan Allen come out here. He's going to, well, I'm sorry, what you got with here is you're clearing out. Cole's going to run across the field. And what you're going to get with Keenan is a little stutter, and you're going to get him up here. And what happens here is this receiver, I believe, is Rome, does a really good job keeping this safety away from this spot. As you watch it unfold now, Keenan does a brilliant job creating some space, and this is where we're going with this shot. And like that's pitch and catch right there, guys. Look at the safety. Safety's hips are turned this way. Rome's done a really good job influencing this over here. The corner's in trail position. There's a big hole up there to throw it in, and he just airmails it. Like, you'll see this one from behind as well. He's got, what he does well too here is watch him step up into the pocket and create a spot to throw the ball. He does everything right. And then when the play opens up like the Red Sea, like a missile, he throws it out of bounds and too far, too hard. It was just really strange. And I know I was really weird when I said that, but watch this again. These are all things that I think are fixable. Watch, he does a really nice job working around in the pocket to find a throwing lane, and then and I know we had someone that just can't happen, guys and gals. That's crazy. You've got to be able to make that play. We'll show it to you one final time from here. Again, you're going to get a crosser. You're going to get a route right here that is going to occupy the safety in the middle of the field. Keenan's going to do what Keenan does well, and that's work this little route here and then create space. And instead of like pinching this route up the numbers, he's going to do is he's going to widen a little bit to give his quarterback an area to throw it in. You tell me. When I saw this happen on film live, or actually during the game live, I had my hands in the air. I said 6, and then the ball just is thrown too hard and too high. So, look, I'm not here to pound the rookie quarterback. I think we've seen much more good than bad from Caleb Williams so far this year. Every now and again, though, even this late in the season, I think it serves as a good reminder to put together a group of plays to kind of show you where you can get better. And some of this stuff is just really fundamental. It's getting your base set. It's coming off of a cloudy look on one side and getting over to another side really much quicker, like you should. So, these aren't catastrophic mistakes, but when you add them all together, they're not going to give you a chance to beat a better team, especially on the road. This is also a reason why when I hear people say, hey, I think they should shut Caleb down. There's nothing to play for. They're 4-10. He's going to get hurt out there if you leave him out there. I think this tape here shows you how much more there is for him to learn and so many things for him to try to improve on. And this is why I would continue to play him, okay? First of all, he's a football player. He's not a teacher. No disrespect for teachers are fabulous. I'm not taking a shot at teachers. I'm just telling you, we're not paying him to be a teacher. We're paying him to be a football player. So he's going to play football, and I think all of these moments are very important to his growth. And I think that even now you see that there's plenty of room to grow. So I'm a huge proponent of seeing Caleb get out there this week against Detroit, the following week against Seattle, and certainly on the final weekend of the season up in Green Bay against the Green Bay Packers. So, again, not his cleanest game, not his best game. He did do some nice things, but I wanted to focus on some of the stuff that he can get better at and some of the things that kind of still bothering him and plaguing him as a rookie quarterback.